Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Romario. Now it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vieira does well to get it back. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Neither side especially adventurous early. Oh no, what has happened here? And he's lost his man here. Vieira cuts it out. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Neymar.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that...
He's had a shot! That's another chance! He's scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And he thumps it clear. And that is as far as they're going to go. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, nicely intercepted. Donatoni.
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rijkaard. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Rijkaard is there, and he can pick it up. Messi. And this is Pele! Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pele. And the ball is out of play. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Romario. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And he's forced to go back. Cannavaro. And back to the goalkeeper. Thuram. Messi. Pedri. Donatoni. Massaro. That's been cut out, well played. Pele engages and forces him off the ball. And that's another good win of the ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pedri, a player who needs no introduction. To Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 20, Massaro.
So off we go once
Coming
more.
on the field is
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Van Dijk proves too strong, too smart. Now it's Messi. Messi. Nice control. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really.
And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Messi is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And it's Neymar, and he's been shifted off it. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Xavi Alonso. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Romario. Knocks it into space. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And that's put paid to a promising move. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived.
And the shot! There's a goal! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
number 7.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Indonesia.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Thuram. Who saw this coming? This is going right to the wire. Now it's Romario. Threads one in. Nakata. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's been slipped through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Indonesia still have the cards to affect this game. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pass somewhat off target. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he's had it nicked away. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Pele. Tries to pass it through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Neymar, nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Nicely aimed pass. Romario looks to get on the end of this. And here's Nakata. That's a shade optimistic. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Looking for the run. Maldini with the clearance. Indonesia finding their passes. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 17, El Hadj Diouf. Number 19, Neymar. Number 8, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 10, Batistuta. Number 11, Isco. Number 5, Tonali.
Another throw-in. And he's cut it out. Rijkaard. Vieira. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Nakata. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that will be the final act. Perfect result, perfect outcome, a test passed with flying colours. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was...
Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Indonesia penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Looking for the run. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's come loose. It's gone for a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Aimed beyond the defence. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe! Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake.
And Batistuta! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And that's caused a worry or two. Can he spark a counter here? Zanetti. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's made its way to him. Donatoni.
Indonesia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Batistuta. And Mateus. Aberdeen are looking to go forward now. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rijkaard cuts it out. And it's Salah. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and he's worked it through. Batistuta! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Mateus with the short one. Rijkaard gets it away. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's chosen to go back. De Jong. Out towards the flank. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So, another set play. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Donadoni. He has found the way through. Rijkaard. Mateus. Mbappe is onto this. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Donadoni. Driving through the middle. That is a brilliant interception. And he's gone long. Mateus threads one in. Oh, what has happened here? De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Donadoni. Mateus. De Jong. Mohamed Salah. That's been cut out, well played. Now that's a lovely exchange. Pass is just off target. Mateus.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Aberdeen have it back and can go again. He's found a way through. And that's played in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Indonesia are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest travel information is currently being displayed on the screen.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 20, Misao.
Aberdeen get the second half going.
Is number 7.
No, that's been intercepted.
Substitution.
Now it's Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Indonesia come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Van Dijk. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, that's well spotted. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to play it through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
De Jong. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, that pass isn't the best. De Jong. Mateus. De Jong. Bebeto tries to pass it through. Now who's going to be first to this? Mbappe. Now it's Donadoni. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Mbappe. Piqué did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bebeto caresses it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Spread neatly. Indonesia still have the cards to affect this game. Wan-Bissaka. And it's De Jong. Nicely spread. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Wan-Bissaka. Xabi Alonso powering forward here. Oh, good take in a good area. Shot a goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 22.
Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. And that has been clubbed away.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 8. Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field is number 5, Tonali.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Knocks it into space. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
In with the challenge. It's run loose here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shoots! Now, who's going to... Oh, he's been caught napping, and he's following up. It's bounced back off the post. Oh, no. That could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Now that's well seen too. Donatoni. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. The final 5 minutes. That is good alertness. De Jong. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Drives it in. Chiellini attempts a clearance.
There will be 1 minute
We are
added
into
time.
overtime. Van Dijk. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Rafael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter. He's tough in the tackle and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Right card! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rijkaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Nice looking ball. He's in a great position here. Good read, needed to be. Bruno Fernandes. Lorenzo Insigne. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Inzaghi, and it's Roberto Carlos. Well, that looks a cracking ball. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Nicely shaped ball. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Passing is crisp and sharp. Batistuta! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Oh, what has happened here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's managed... Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what a mistake! He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Indonesia grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited.
There's the shot! Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Foot in. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Insigne, and this is Inzaghi. He's got away. Chiellini gets good distance on it and reclaimed it in a trice. Neymar. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Indonesia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Tries to dink it through. Real chance! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Indonesia take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Has a look and plays it forward. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And this is Batistuta. That's going to go a long way. Taken back almost at once. De Jong. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Insigne! Oh, that's a fine interception. Rijkaard. This looks promising. And it's Rijkaard. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Inzaghi. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, that's superb. Chance for a shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. And there's the end of the first half.
Indonesia are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Thank you very much for your
head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Substitutions taking place.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Great vision. Donatoni. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Platini. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And a shot! They've scored! The second half off to a spectacular start. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that has not gone well.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Keeper's dealt with that. Roberto Carlos delivers. Indonesia has the chance to go the other way. Threads one in. De Jong. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, perfectly measured that. Pinches it off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Platini can so cleverly bypass the press. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Batistuta. Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Now it's Inzaghi. He's through, now is he in? David De Gea gets it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Chiellini. And Piqué. Quality ball. Looking for options for movement. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Plays the ball back. Donatoni. Distributed tidily. Knocks it into space. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Platini. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Passes short and sharp. And it's Bergomi. Platini. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get it through? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He can get that clear. Now it's Inzaghi. Tries to pass it through. Now that is a hefty challenge. And here's Inzaghi.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get on the end of this? Thinks one through. Oh, well played, well played. Bruno Fernandes. Massaro. And he shoots! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Score for Indonesia.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans have
and
pulled out all
welcome to
the stops
today's
to make
match.
this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Massaro with 200 games under his belt now, the standout name from both lineups. Don't you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
Can he get it through?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome. Massaro! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Marquez. More and more pressure on the ball here. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plays it across. Has a look and plays it forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here. Mateus. He's found a way, shapes to shoot! Has fallen kindly here! Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Van Bronckhorst, and he's forced to go back. And Mateus, not the most accurate pass. Massaro, and no, that was never going to make it. Marquez.
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Zanetti. Now that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Rijkaard. This looks promising. Great chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Donadoni.
Indonesia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, what has happened here? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rummenigge.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Van Bronckhorst. And it's Marquez. Casemiro. Mateus. That is good strength. Mateus has got himself a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Oh, denied! Brilliant brilliantly.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. That is a brilliant interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he cuts out the supply.
Indonesia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And he's going to have his name taken. That is ended up in no man's land. Donadoni, he's on it. Can he get away? Del Piero. And he was quick to react. And that's another good win of the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Marquez. Rafael Varane. All played for Marquez.
Has been indicated.
Aims beyond the defence. That is good alertness. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Casemiro. And this is Adriano. Oh, it's Adriano! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Number 20, Massaro. Coming on to
And the action is back on the way.
Number 7.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Defending was strong and firm. Alvarez is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Takes a shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Mbappe. Del Piero looking to be a menace in the final third. Casemiro with a definite foul there. And that's going to be a booking. And looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. That was travelling.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
Searching pass he's played there.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Played with finesse. Oh, well played, well played. Del Piero. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Rummenigge. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Zanetti is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Driving through the middle. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Adriano can be a real threat inside the box. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar has been caught there, it's a foul.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 22, Donadoni. Number 17, El Haj Diouf. Number 8, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 18, Hirotoshi Nakata. Number 10, Batistuta. Number 5, Tonali.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Pato. That's very neat. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Good running, strong and purposeful. Threads one in, and he plays one through. Now can he... Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A case now of complete control.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 19, Neymar.
Zanetti.
Coming on the field is number 11, Isco.
This is Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He shoots against the crossbar. Isco.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ruiz de Galarreta. And it's Ruiz de Galarreta. And he has been fouled there. Mbappe powering forward here. Rafael Varane is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Gets into some space. Now, who's going to be first to this? Isco. Now Tonali.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's picked his way through. There will be 4 extra minutes. Nicely shaped ball. Tonali. And that is as far as it goes. Indonesia have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was